If you heard that mutual sigh, we just got out of seeing Warfare. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
No, this was not an Easter movie.
We just
And, I texted Jovi earlier today. I was like, hey, have you heard about this movie? Because I kept seeing people talking about it. And it was directed by the guy who made Civil War.
Yeah.
Not Captain America, but Civil War, like the actual movie Civil War that we saw last year from A24. This is also from A24, same guy. And I was like, oh, we enjoyed Civil War, so let's go watch this one.
Yeah, they don't miss.
So look. So the guy who made Civil War, Alex Garland, because I wanted to know more about this movie after we watched it, there's some things I want to share with you about it. He co-wrote and co-directed with a guy, Ray Mendoza, who's a former soldier who actually lived these events. His character was actually on screen. He was the one who was like the medic.
The medic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, they wrote and co-directed this, and this is just a story about a period of time that is taken from everyone who survived memories. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like there's a old memoir out there, or it's like an original story. Because I was curious. I was like, did this actually happen?
Yeah.
And it was captured from. They just interviewed people. And was like, what do you remember about this?
Actually happened.
So it takes place on one day in November 2006, while America is in the middle of the Iraq War. And this platoon of soldiers, maybe about 15 to 20 of them. It's a large group of them. They take over a house. They take a civilian's house that they need to just,
for surveillance.
Yeah, to crash in for surveillance until they can, eventually leave and get out. Things eventually go wrong, and they need to evac a lot sooner than they anticipated, while essentially under fire. So the movie takes place in real time. It is not very long. It is what time is it now? It's less than an hour and a half, actually. No, it's about an hour and a half. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half long. So when I say real time, it's like 24. A minute in the movie is actually a minute in real life, right? So you're just watching this 90 minutes of this period in time in Iraq that these people went through. And man, oh man, it's crazy. Has an ensemble cast.
Really does.
Yeah, it has a lot of people. Let me pull up some names real quick.
It's just they went and got the best of the best actors to play these heroes.
We have Will Poulter, who should be well known by now.
Yeah.
Cosmo Jarvis. He was the main character, the white man in Shogun, pilot.
Right.
Joseph Quinn, who's doing a lot of stuff that you may know from Stranger Things.
Yep.
Yeah. Michael Gandolfini, Tony Soprano's son. Charles Melton, Noah hold on, wait. How do you say his name? Noah Centineo, why do I know that? I know him from The Recruit on Netflix. And then, of course, I want to make sure I say this guy's name. This guy was on the great show Reservoir Dogs, and he's the one who plays Ray Mendoza. DeFaro Wunatai.
Oh yeah, he killed that, man.
Yeah, man. So just again, fantastic cast. But anyway, yeah. So Jovi, let's get into what we liked and didn't like. I don't have a lot I didn't like. I'm gonna say, but go ahead.
I don't have a sour for the first time.
Young.
And
so it's
for what it is. It is what it is. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just like you said. We watched 90 minutes
of war, dog. And it's crazy because it's not like war, like Saving Private Ryan. It's not a bunch of firefights. In fact, I don't think we actually see bullets. I don't think we see someone get hit shot with a bullet, right?
Yeah.
But it's just the tension and the stuff that happens to you is it's insane, man.
Like we mentioned shell shocked in another video recently, and it's just like it's being able to produce that. We watched multiple men go through different types of emotions.
Yes.
And that's what really makes this. And it's not it's not jumpy or anything like that. Like, it is a very, very linear experience where your camera's hitting different like soldiers, but you are experiencing what they're experiencing. Like, you are there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You are there with them, bruh.
And it's like, and it's not that like a weird like crank thing where someone looks in the camera. It's like, no, like you're like floating and you're experiencing. And with the sound design, you know, my ears were popping after we got out just because it's like,
that's what I was I think that's probably the most impressive thing about this film, the sound. Like, seriously, I don't know if if Civil War won awards for the sound, but I remember when we talked about that, we were like, bro, the bullets were crazy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here, but honestly, if not for the existence of Sinners, which we just saw, I would say there's not a movie that's going to have better sound than this.
No.
And like, so if this wins the award, I'm not going to be mad. If Sinners wins an award for sound, I'm not going to be mad. I kind of want them both to win because, bruh.
It's by far some of the best. Like, Civil War, like hearing the shots hit something and feeling the thump through the speakers, and just, I mean, you got explosions in this. You have someone literally screaming.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
By far, I've never felt that feeling in a movie theater.
Yeah, Doug, I felt like I was about to have a heart attack. Yeah. So like, real quick, the movie actually starts like on a pretty like jokish note. Like, there's a lot of levity.
Yeah.
You know, it starts with them watching like this 80s music video with these girls dancing and they're just laughing at it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, so I think I know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
Like that is just to, you know, give you a feeling of good before the tone shifts. And then, like, you know, the movie kind of is like, maybe you agree with this. There's like two ways. I'm sorry. You can split this into two. Because there's an explosion that happens, right? And there's everything before the explosion and everything after the explosion. And that's how you can see the movie.
That is the split.
Yeah, so like before the explosion, we're kind of just seeing their lives. Like Jovi said, they're just surveilling, you know?
Yeah.
We're watching them. We see how soldiers like hang on. This is how I imagine actual warfare is. Like, again, we don't know what their mission is. We don't know why. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we know why they're there. But we don't know, like, why they're there. We don't know, like, what they're waiting on, if there's a target or anything. All we know is they're in this house. They have to watch this. And they have to watch the like, they took a civilian's house. Which is another thing I want to touch on. I love how, like, this and Civil War, they're not, like, political. They don't take a side, essentially. They're just showing you what happened. So it's like, it's not pro-war, it's not anti-war. No. I do think it's definitely showing you war is hard, and we need more money invested in those people, because PTSD, that is real.
Bro. So yeah, that's kind of how I want to end it. Like, I already told Sam it's not going to be a long one. It's visually in sound, amazing film, and the story that is real is like, that blew my mind, because I didn't know. And then it being in real time, like, I was literally counting seconds as I'm watching this. My heart's beating. I'm breathing weird. Like, I'm like, I don't know how you invoke feeling like that. And that's what was done. But, like, for me, it was the biggest thing, like, walking out of there. Like, I feel this. My ears are popping. And, like, damn, put some respect on these soldiers. Man.
For real, man. Like, for you to walk away from that, like, I don't think I could be normal. Like, I couldn't. No.
And we have a lot of men and women in this country that are suffering every single day, and there's not anything in place for them.
Yeah.
But you put billions and billions of dollars on being able to be, you know, fully outfitted to go to war, but you're not treating you're not treating your people, your soldiers. These are American citizens coming back that fought for us.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that is my biggest takeaway. Like, yo, all of them are going to be fucked up.
Yeah, man. It's just, and I need to emphasize something that she's mentioned. After explosion, like, you know, I guess maybe second half of this movie, Jovi said you hear screaming. Now, it's not just that you hear screaming because there's an explosion. Like, the repercussions of it, there's a like, you know, like you said, the camera bounces between every character, right? Every character, no matter where they are in this house, you hear the screaming. In the background for the entire second half, you're just hearing this. And you're hearing it and hearing it. And like Jovi said, it's like, bro, if I heard like, the actor who's doing it, by the way, is fantastic. Because I'm like, yo, if I heard this, I would just be like, I'd be like, no. Like, we have to help him.
I would disconnect. I would disassociate with whatever's going on.
Yeah, and one of the people do.
Yeah.
What do people do?
Yeah.
And just again, I know, like, I think where we're going with this, but final thing with the sound, when the explosion happens, and this is something I had read, but it was cool to see. I don't know if you noticed, but you know how like you hear that like when explosions happen, it's like you're kind of underwater, so you can't hear much.
Yeah.
Did you notice how the sound was different based on who we were following?
Yeah, and how far.
Yeah, exactly. How far away they were. Like that's just touches like that.
Shit.
So cool. Touches like someone accidentally bumping someone who's hurt. Like like.
I want one of the guys like that were not Americans. What is their story?
Yeah,
because they have to feel something that we were shown that from the Americans. What about them?
Yeah, I know. It's just bad all around. It's bad for It was bad all around.
I mean, it was bad all around in real world. Like
exactly.
That time in history was horrible, and again, they're not picking sides here, but we know that we were part of it, and as America, sorry, not just American citizens, because I wasn't there. As America, we were part of that carnage.
Yeah, man. Well, so yeah, what would you give this one?
Right, I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Me neither.
So it's like it's a 5-1. It's short. It did what it was supposed to do, and it's something that I personally can probably never watch again. But I will tell anybody, like, if you need a reality check, I didn't even mention that reality check for all the boys and girls out and everybody in between out here that glorify war. They need to see this.
Yeah, I agree. You hit the nail on the head. I agree. They need to see this. I don't think, could I watch it again? Maybe like a year from now? Yeah. It's not a movie I can throw on and be like, oh, let's go watch this. No, absolutely not. But in a good way, because it's so hard to see this stuff happening to these people.
Yes.
But yeah, he's right, man. This is, it's funny. It's a 5. Yeah. But it's not like the best movie we've ever seen, right?
But
it does its mission very well. It blew out my expectations. So yeah, man, Warfare.
Go see that shit.
Go see it at least once. If you can see it like in Dolby or IMAX, because we saw it a regular and the sound was amazing. I can't imagine
Dolby.
Yeah,
Dolby probably, because I'm not playing with y'all, and I think you probably can see my demeanor. This kind of took me back a little bit.
Yeah.
It's this messed with my psyche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody, some people, when we're at baseball games, is like, why are you standing up and taking your hat off? Because I'm standing up for the men and women that like protect this country.
Yeah.
So that's.
Yeah, man.
And this will, if you aren't a patriot, this one may change.
Yeah, man. Kudos to everyone involved. The directors, the actors, the Ray Mendoza, whoever he had consulting. You really took us there.
Oh,
man. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. But anyway, Warfare, let us know when you see it, what you think about it. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, we out.
Deuces.